Hi guys, this is Moncat, and today I'm gonna talk about nofap and how you can maximize the benefits that you're going to get when you're a practitioner of nofap. Now, a lot of people think that just by doing nofap in itself, that's it. That's it. By not fapping, not checking off, people think that their 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 body is supposed to give them like superhuman benefits or superpowers or something like that. I hate to break it to you guys, but no, that's not how it works. I've been, as I've said in my previous video, I've tried nofap a lot of times now, and I relapsed and relapsed and relapsed. But over the years, actually, I just learned this. I would say a couple months ago, a couple of weeks ago. I don't know. Just just recently, I've realized that to make the most of nofap, you need to have an underlying purpose. You need to have an underlying purpose. You need to have a why. You need to have that something in your mind that will keep you going. You need to have that thing in the future that pulls you into the future, so that you don't look at the past and you don't look at the past and get stuck in there, and you don't get stuck in the present, but you're pulled into the future. You have something to fight for. And I personally think that that's one of the few things, that's one of the main things that's plaguing modern men today. For me, that's just my personal opinion, yeah. But it's the reason I say that is because nowadays you've got everything in the tip of our hands. You've got the internet, you've got smartphones. It's destroying us. And you've got all of these people here, all of us young men and also sometimes women who are just lost. What do you do with your life? Where is our fight for survival when everything's right here, when everything's available, when everything's for free? What do you do with your life? And so you've got all these people like us who are interested in nofap, who are just what the hell. I mean, we don't have to do this in the first place anyways, but we ended up being people who try nofap. Haven't you even thought of that? It's because we don't have purpose. We don't have a great war to put ourselves to give meaning to our lives. We're not alive. And so, to go into full circle, to fully utilize the benefits of nofap, you need to find out that one thing. If not one thing, that main idea, those things that you want out of life, you need to have that. And how do you do that? Of course, that's the main question here. How do you do that so that you can get the full benefits of nofap? You have to question yourself, really. There's this idea. If I'm pretty much sure most of you guys are aware of Jordan B. Peterson, right? He's a psychologist. He's really famous. He's really famous all over the world. And one of the things that he says is write down your ideal life. Okay, so imagine that everything works out for you. You get to have what you want. Imagine 5 years from now, what would be your life like? And you should write it down. Write it down. Imagine the life that you would have if everything would work out all in the end. Imagine 5 years down the road, you have it. That's it. That's your purpose, That's your life. That's the lifestyle. That's the lifestyle that you want. And when you've written that down, at least you've narrowed down the possible, out of a myriad of possibilities in the universe, at least you've narrowed down the idea into a few paragraphs. And that's manageable, man. I mean, once you have that, you could now live your life day by day knowing that you have direction. and you could just recalibrate yourself when you find out, okay, this is what I really want, but well, I've learned this and I've learned that, so I'm going to recalibrate and move towards it, you know. But you still have that general idea, it's still around that general idea, you know what I mean? So it's amazing. So to connect that with nofap, when you're conserving your sexual energy, when you're disciplining yourself, when you're controlling that animal within you by doing nofap, well, imagine what you can do with that kind of energy, you know. I'm pretty much sure that most of you guys would notice when you don't fap at all, when you try to conserve that animal within you, you kind of have like more energy to do the stuff that you want, if you know what I mean. Like, I've noticed personally that I've noticed personally during the times that I don't, like right now when I don't fap, I have a lot more like drive to do stuff and achieve things, and most especially when you get that urge, you get that urge, if you know what I mean. That urge to smoke, that urge to drink, to do drugs, to no fap, to fap in general. You could just utilize that energy to do something. And now that you've you've decided on your goal, you can just do the thing. It's easy to just say, to ask yourself, okay, would this contribute to my overall goal in life? Yes or no? Probably not. Then I won't do it. You know, things become a bit black and white. Things become a bit more. You have more direction in your decisions, right? So even if you don't see your destination 99.5% of the time, at least you're not lost like most people. Okay, some people are lost, they don't have goals, but they still do no fap, and they get a bit of benefit. They get benefits out of it, I mean, sorry. Well, that's good, but at the end of the day, you want to maximize, as I've said, you want to maximize your nofap benefits. And by setting out goals, knowing what you want out of life, that's gonna help you in the long run. You don't want to waste your time doing nofap and then end up in Reddit complaining that you're not getting any benefits. Well, obviously you're not gonna fucking get any benefits just because you're doing nofap. You need to have. What's the point of having massive energy if it doesn't have direction? It's like you're telling me fire. You've got fire. So what? That's energy, right? So what? It's just destroying everything in its path. You know what I mean? But like, if you use that fire to cook food, to power a vehicle so it'll move forward, it's useful. Does that make sense? That's a perfect analogy. That's a perfect analogy, man. If you've got water, if you've got let's say it's raining so hard, but you've built, what do you call this? A ditch? I don't know. You've made this. You have this man-made area where the water just pours it, and then it has direction. It doesn't flood the whole village. Then, well, that's it. That's a perfect analogy as well. You need to have an avenue where you can pour all that nofap power into. Don't do nofap expecting that you'll get benefits out of it out of the blue. That's not how it works. You need to have direction with it. You need to channel that energy onto something. May it be a specific hobby, or may it be that idea in the future that you want to achieve, that lifestyle that you want to achieve, that promotion that you want to get. I don't know, who the fuck knows. The point is, it needs to be directed, right? So yeah, that's just what I think about nofap. And if I had just known this from the very start, things could have been very, very, very different for me. As I've said, I've failed so many times in my nofap journey by relapsing, but also in general in life as well. I would say that I've had a lot of regrets in life, and if I could just do it all over again, if I could, if I had a magic wand, I would have directed myself, my younger self, into something much more useful, you know? Because when you're young, you have so much energy. You have so much sexual energy. You can achieve anything. And so that's basically it. Make sure that you're moving towards something. Because if you're doing nofap but you don't have a goal in mind, you're you're not wasting your time. It's still good, but yeah, you wanna maximize all of your benefits, man. So that's basically it for today, and this is just, I'm not really that good at doing this YouTube thing, but I feel as if this is very therapeutic for me, as well as I'd like to share my ideas with people who are, in the same journey, and who are obviously like-minded. It's this kind of thing isn't very common, what we're doing here. NoFap isn't something that you talk about with everyone, right? It's just weird. And it's nice to know that at least I have an avenue to connect with other people who are interested in the same topics, in the journey of self-development, say, or self-mastery. So please expect more videos from me, and if you have any comments, please do comment below, and I'll try to comment back, to answer whatever. Thanks very much. Bye.